What's up, everybody? It's Eddie with Up Next Hoops. Today we got another episode of Hoop Talk. Got a special guest, Jonte Hall, former Harlem Globetrotter, with us today. Welcome, Jonte. How's it going?
Thanks for having me. It's doing good, man. Doing pretty good.
Awesome to hear, man. I heard you got a nice, cool story, so I'm interested to hear all about it, man. Hear how you got your start and hear how you got to where you are today. So if you want to kind of get us going, talk about those early days of basketball, how you got your start, hooping,
Sure.
and just kind of go from there.
For sure, man. I received my first basketball at the age of 6 years old, and right there, I fell in love with basketball. It's like I couldn't leave without it. I slept with it. I even gave it names. I took it everywhere I went. So right then and there, it was like I knew I wanted to play basketball. And, of course, I was, 6 years old, back then in the early 80s, you couldn't start playing basketball at 6 years old. You had to start at 9. So I started playing organized basketball at the age of 9. And first, man, I was nervous. I was kind of nervous to play organized basketball because, I pretty much thought I wasn't good enough, and start playing. Of course, I'm only 5'2" now, so you can imagine the height I was back then. So I was pretty tiny, man. I was pretty tiny, and growing up, heard Jonte, why you want to play basketball? You're too small. Get out of here. So I heard that from the jump. So I had naysayers at 9 years old, bro. I had naysayers.
Crazy.
So start playing, man. I grew up with Carmelo Anthony. We played recreation ball together.
Okay.
So he's 2 years younger than me. So 9 years old, trying to figure out where I belong on the team, and and getting the confidence that I need to like compete, with these big guys. These guys are huge at the time. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Yep, these guys are huge at the time, and it was like it was like, wow, these guys are big. So it was like, okay, let me work on some stuff that I could be successful at my height, because I knew I wasn't gonna grow much. My mom is 4'9", my dad is 5'3", and I'm like right there, like I'm like 5'2". So back then it was like, I used to get mad at my parents, like, Mom, Dad, why I'm not growing? And Mom and Dad was like, Jonte, look, we small. It is what it is. You can't change that. So you're just going to have to work hard than a typical average ball player. So I'm 9 at this time. So years go on. So fast forward to like about 13. I'm growing slowly, Eddie, growing slowly, bro. And of course, it's like, still hearing the naysayers, still hearing like I didn't belong. And, I kept striving, bro. I could have easily gave up. Being from Baltimore, Maryland, man, born and raised Baltimore, Maryland, to all the listeners out there. At this time, I had options. I had options to like go to the streets or, do something positive. So it's not a lot of options, Basically, like I'm happy that my family had a household name in Baltimore at the time when I was growing up, because that kind of led me to like safety. Being from Baltimore is tough, so everybody knew my family, so they knew me, and knew my brother, and all, like, both sides of my family, my father's side, my mom's side. So that gave us like they gave us like leeway to like be accepted, and and to the projects. So growing up, like I said, you had options. You could go here, you go left. Like I like to do it like this. Like I like to say it like this. So left is like, that's the bad way to me. So you go in the middle. So I feel like you go to the middle, you halfway going to the left, and you halfway going straight, and you halfway going right. So my thing was, bro, I wanted to go straight. I wanted to go straight growing up. And like seeing a lot in Baltimore, like during my teens, and at this age of 13, it's like you seeing violence, offer drugs, offer to do it, offer to sell it. And, it's like, wow, like, you feel like everything is hopeless. Like, damn, my friends are doing this stuff. It's like, damn, like, should I try? Should I go in that direction? So it's basically, I had to have the good, the good, the good mental, and back then I knew what I wanted, and I wanted to play basketball. So other stuff wasn't like an option to me. So I didn't want to go in the streets. I know I wasn't built for that. So I was just built for basketball, and that's the only thing I wanted to do. So 13 years old, bro, still hitting the naysayers, same thing, growing slowly, um, being told give up while you're here, et cetera, et cetera. And then I got to high school at 15. So in high school, Eddie, I was 4'11". 4'11", bro. I'm like 90 plus pounds soaking wet. So I was like a string bean. Straight down, bro. But I had
Right.
the talent. But the coach was like, Jonte, I would love to play you in varsity, but I gotta admit, like you good, but I just want you to get in the weight room. Because he had a feeling I wasn't gonna grow much. So I had to get in the weight room, Eddie, build up my endurance, my strength, condition, and I moved up to varsity. Played JV my first year. Moved up to varsity at the end of my freshman year, JV season, and yeah, man, and it was great experience. Moving up, excitement. Um, of course, I heard the naysayers like, "Yo, like why? Like, man, look, you're not good enough to play varsity. You should go back to JV. Like that." I had seniors and juniors tell me that, like, you're not gonna get no time, so I don't know why you here.
Right.
So still hearing that all my life, bro. Till I was 9. I'm sorry, 9 years old until at this age, 15. So it was like, okay, wow. Why is everybody just hating on me? Like, why everybody jealous? So I ignored it, bro. Good thing I was strong mentally back then, man. Because if I was like the type of kid to like give in, and say, what, maybe I should give up. Maybe I should listen to, um, the naysayers and stuff like that. But I didn't. Thank God I didn't. So finish out my freshman year, finish out my sophomore year. Didn't play much sophomore year. I averaged about maybe I will say like 2 points a game. I'll be real, 2 points a game. I was the only sophomore on the team. Rest was juniors and seniors. But I didn't care, Eddie. It was just like a learning experience. Got an opportunity to learn from the vets that was on the team. Of course, I was the smallest one. Um, but that was a learning experience, man. Even though I didn't play, I took that like, okay, next year, I'm gonna give them help. You know what I mean?
Show out.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna show out. I'm gonna show out, bro. I'm gonna show out next year. So my junior year, and Eddie still had to prove myself, bro. So it was like, even though I had a subpar sophomore year, even though I didn't play much, it was still some doubts with the coach. Listening to like different of the vets that were still there, the seniors. So I'm going into my junior year. So I'm feeling it. I'm reading the energy. I'm seeing with the coach. Listening to the vets and like let Jonte. Let him learn some more. I don't think he's good enough. Just the players, the vets. So again, I didn't play much beginning of the year of my 11th grade year, but at the practice, I used to bust everybody tail, bro. So it's like I had to I proved myself to the point where as though the coach had no choice but to play me because I
Right.
was doing it on the court. I was like pulling up, because I'm known for my jump shot.
Okay.
So I got unbelievable range, Eddie.
So
My
my
range is
question
like,
is, oh, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but where
yeah,
was
bro.
the hate coming from the other guys? Like, why were they feeling that way?
Cause bro, you got a small kid, like 4'11", 4'9", getting all this attention. Coach already know that I'm talented. They really know I'm talented. And, the hate come from, you know, they're afraid for me to take their position on the team, and I still was going through that, and I get more into that. Still went through that, and sometimes players or anybody, they feel threatened by somebody that's talented as them or more talented as them. So it's like it's like that's that's pretty much normal
Yeah.
in all aspects of life. Not just the sports industry, but the workforce, the schooling, everywhere. So yeah, man. So it was like receiving that jealousy, the hate all through my life. So 11th grade year, received that. Beginning of the year, it was like it was pretty much like prove myself. And then mid-season, I was starting. So coach was like, okay, I'm gonna take it amongst myself. I'm gonna listen to myself, and I'm gonna play Jonte. Jonte, he getting dubs. We winning because of him, and so what? He only 4'11", 4'8", whatever, 4'9". He's getting it done. We got no choice but to play him. So it was like that, bro. And then after that, after my junior year, that the end of the year, I went from averaging 5 points a game my junior year to 12 points a game.
Big jump.
Yeah, big jump, right, bro? Big
Yeah.
jump. And that just come from like just playing me and reps, like let me play.
Yeah.
I could do whatever you want me to do except dunk this at the time. It's like I'm gonna give you what you need. Like being the 5. Well, I keep saying I'm 5'2", but I'm 5'2" now. But being that I'm small in stature, but I can give you whatever you need. I can shoot it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was your play style more like look to score? Were you a facilitator?
A
mix of both.
Mix of both. Like it was like I was always I wasn't never the first option. It was more like, okay, these big guards that's I'm playing with in the backcourt, they were the first option.
Okay.
So when they double team them and kick it out to me, and I'm wide open for the 3-pointer or whatever, with like the jump shot. Wow, we got to play number. I was number 15 at the time. We got to play number 15. Like, oof, So I started getting double teams close to the end of the year. So it was like, wow, I wasn't used to that. So it was like, and my senior year, bro, big difference. Coach let me play. I played the whole game, Eddie. Whole game, bro. Average 15 points a game. He let me go, let me loose. So it's pretty much I'm more of a pass first player, bro. But I'm like whatever the team need. I'm confident enough that if they need me to score, I can score. If they need me like to, illustrate, get everybody involved, I could do that. I'm okay with like having 5 points, 12 assists.
Right. Whatever
I'm
gets.
cool with that. Yeah, I'm cool with that. I mean, not to toot my own horn. I know I could put up 25 easy.
Right.
But I'm good with that. Like, and still to this day, like I'm good with like at 5 points. Like I'm like a Steve Nash. Like I'm good with illustrating, get everybody involved and stuff like that. I'm good with that.
Doing what's best for the team.
Exactly.
So I kind of got a question for you before you kind of transition after high
Good,
school.
bro.
But you were telling me, in early, like especially in the early years, you had to find your confidence. Like where did that confidence come from? Like was there a certain moment where you were like, okay, like I could really play, or was it just a gradual like over time?
It was kind of willed in me like when I got that basketball. It was like and then of course, bro, like I know all listeners out here, all ages, it's the it's like the anxiety, the stress, everybody is, how can I put it? Everybody don't have the confidence, like everybody don't know where to get the confidence from. And I understand that, I got my confidence from my parents, my mom, and I was always like growing up, I was always like had that will to like want to outbeat the next person.
Right.
So it starts with in yourself. to me personally. That's what I think, my opinion. And some people need it from other people. Some people need it from their parents. Some people need it from teachers. Some people need it from other players on the team. So, with God's grace, I already had that will that I wanted to be better than I wanted to outwork everybody else. So I had that really into me early.
For sure. And then kind of transitioning from that, all these naysayers growing up, like, did you channel that into motivation for you?
Yes, of course, of course. That Eddie, that made me really work hard. Like I had to like after a team practice, bro. I went, I stayed in the gym. Even though my mom, I had a curfew growing up. My mom kind of like gave me like leeway. Okay, you're in the gym, you safe. Okay, that's cool. Normally, if I wasn't in the gym, I had to come home like 8 o'clock. So it was like she gave me that leeway to like, okay, Jonte trying to work on his craft. He's in the gym. He's working hard. He's trying to be great. Cool. So that was like I separated myself from the average player because I knew I wasn't gonna grow much.
Right.
Even back then, I knew I looked at my parents like, I'm not gonna get tall. I'm not gonna grow. So I got the confidence. Okay, I didn't have a low self-esteem. I knew what it was, Eddie, and I kept striving.
Awesome. Awesome. So, you obviously your numbers increased throughout high school. You said you averaged about 12, junior year, 15, senior year. Now, I did do some research on you. I know you played some college ball and stuff. So
Mhm.
tell me how you got there. Was that something like, were they looking at you right out of high school, or did you have to, take the tough path there and walk on, or, what was that journey like?
Tough, tough, tough path, Eddie. Like I had to write colleges through I started writing colleges my 11th grade year. So, a lot of my players, my teammates, like they were getting recruited, but I wasn't. It was like, damn, it's like I'm writing these schools, I'm writing D3s and D2s and low D1s, and no response at it. Even though I was like, what, 4'11" at the time, I lied my height. I said I'm 5'5", so they could come see me. That didn't work, bro. So it was like, damn, it's like nobody interested in me. I'm writing schools. I'm not getting recruited. So at this time, bro, it was hopeless, bro. Like I didn't know what to do. I didn't really know what to do.
And you,
So go ahead.
no, I was gonna say, and you were writing individual letters to each school.
Yep, yep. And so it was like one letter, but I changed the school name and all that stuff. So and then, bro, I walked on my local community college in Baltimore, Maryland, well, Baltimore County, CCBC Catonsville. Walked on there, bro, and no scholarship, financial aid, and just you know, did what I did, bro. And I had a pretty good, solid college 1 year. Um, I didn't understand the coach philosophy, his coaching style, because if I'm like putting up when I'm in the game, I didn't start. I was like bottom of the bench. Well, beginning of the year, I was playing good minutes, and then close to the middle to the end of the season, it was like my minutes diminished,
Right.
and I didn't understand it, Eddie, because when I got in the game, I was putting up 10 points, 12 points. Then when I played that little bit of minutes, 5 points, 4 points. So if I average like 20 minutes a game, I'm a double figures.
You're gonna
10
produce.
points. Yeah, I'm gonna produce 10 points, 5 assists, 2 steals, 1 rebound. So
Did you ask him, what was going on? Like, hey, why am I not playing more? Or?
um, I did, but he didn't really have a legit, answer. I mean, of course, is my height. Of course,
Yeah.
when we played them big time schools, Allegheny, that's like the big time JUCO, like worldwide, in my opinion.
Right.
Allegheny Community College. That's where Steve Francis went at. Couple standout players that went to the NBA or went further in college. Played against them, and it was just like when we played against them, bro. I didn't play. Like, he didn't play me.
Hmm.
He didn't play me. And then when I play, I might get like the last 5 minutes of the game, and I'm like 3 points, 5 assists, real quick. So I'm looking at him like no turnovers. I'm like, coach, like, what's going on. So
Right. It's
it
like,
it, it, it was my height. It was a height thing, Eddie.
right. Which makes no sense to me, though. I mean, if you're going in there producing and, with the minimal minutes that you had, you would think, like, hey, if I play this man, 10, 15 minutes, like the number is going to go up, the production is going to go up. So that's something I've never understood. You see it, you still see it all the time today with
Absolutely.
playing, you think, hey, this kid should be starting, but he's barely getting minutes off the bench, so.
Mm-hmm.
But so you said you played 1 year. What happened after that year of basketball?
I don't like to use this term, but I had to really drop out of school. I had to take care of my mom.
Okay.
At the time, my mom health was declining. She was diagnosed with MS,
Ooh.
and I had to. Reality hit me quick,
Yeah.
so I pretty much had to put away the basketball and just take care of my mother. And pretty much doing 9 to 5, making like $7 an hour. So I accepted. I accepted my new life. Moms come first. You only get one,
Right.
and I just took that in stride, and I said, you know what? If it's meant for me to play, I'm gonna play regardless.
Yeah.
So that's what I do.
And then how quickly was it after that you got kind of linked up with the Harlem Globetrotters? Like, how does somebody even join a team like that? Like, tell me a little bit about that.
All right. So can I start from right after like college?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. So I work all through my 20s. Then when I got when I dropped out of school, Eddie, it was like, okay. I talked to my mom. I said, Mom, uh, I know the situation. I know I'm not making a lot of money. But how would you feel if I try out somewhere, right? So Eddie, my first tryout was the NBA G League. So back then, '05, it was like the development league, D League.
Yeah, the D League.
Yep. So bro, it was a 2-day tryout, bro. 200 players, Eddie. 200. So I mean, bro, at this time I'm in tip top shape, ripped up, shredded, playing guys from baseline to baseline. And but these guys, I mean, I'm just a local guy, but these guys coming from overseas, playing like being a practice player in the NBA. And so I'm like, damn, I'm like the shortest guy out here. But these guys is like have a name for that self. And it's like, damn, I'm just a guy from Baltimore that's trying out.
Right.
So out of 200 guys, that was 2-day tryout. So them G League tryouts, bro, I don't know if you're familiar with it, but back then it was like um, you go through different tests, different agility tests and all that stuff, and then you just hooping. You just hooping. So you take a water break, Eddie, you line up, they cutting. Every water break, they cutting. So you cut, you getting cut, you getting cut. You know what I mean? People that tell you, I'm sorry, but you're not, whatever, have a good day. I'm sorry you couldn't make it.
That's nerve
So
wracking.
yeah, bro. So and bro, the first day, I'm known for my shooting. So I had an off game, like as far as my shooting, but I did everything else right. Facilitating, getting anybody involved, passing, assists, steals, no turnovers, and just doing my part. I had a bad shooting day the first day. So right then and there, I knew I was going to get cut first day. So it was like 2-day tryout. So it was like I was still there. They gave us all T-shirts at the time. They put a little small number back of your collar. And if they call your number, you still there. You good. So they called my number, bro. I'm like, damn. And I thought I didn't shoot the ball well. And I was still there. So it was like, damn, I did it. You know what I mean? I did it. So go back to the hotel, get ready for Saturday. So it was like no, I'm sorry. It was a Saturday and Sunday. So I went down there Friday night. Yep. It was a Saturday and Sunday. So went back to the hotel, slept, got excited, called my family, like, yo, I'm doing good. It's not over yet, but I'm doing great. So wake up the next day. So the people that got cut, bro, it wasn't you can't come to the next tryout.
Right.
So when I came back, they cut it from 200 to like 150. So they cut about 50 players. So that Sunday, it was like, you still got to prove yourself. So they cutting like that again, cut it down and cut 50, cut another 50, cut another 50. So it was down to the last 25. So I was in the last 25, Eddie. Last 25, bro. Still be on top. Smallest one. And it was like, damn. And that Sunday, I shot the ball. I did everything good.
Right.
Everything good. Everything good. Had my open shot, wasn't forcing nothing. And I even had a big guard trying to play me tough, like hand check me. And, I didn't turn the ball over. And it was like I could be herky jerky when it's time for it. Like far as like when to make a move. Like I'm not
Right.
flashy. When it's time to be flashy, I could bop you. You know what I mean? Like I
Right.
could really get by you with my dribble. And the guys was like forcing me like to do it. And again, I try to beat them with speed, but if I feel like they more, they more longer than me, I gotta really work hard to get around you.
Right.
So yeah, I was still there, Eddie, and out of 200 guys, I was in the last 25 to still be there. And they gave us all reimbursable practice jerseys.
That had to be a confidence booster there, man. Just
Yeah, bro. Eddie, I
I'm
came
still
back
here.
home, bro. Yep, I came back home, Eddie. Even though I didn't make it, bro, only one guy made it.
I was gonna say they're probably only fighting for one or two spots.
Bro, one guy. And he was tough, but he didn't play D. But he was 6'8", Eddie. Could flat out play. Like, he was tough. I don't know what he up to now. He probably retired now because that was back in 05, 06. But it was well deserved. But I came back home, Eddie, confidence built to the roof, bro, and was like, can nobody stop me?
Dang.
So
Crazy.
so yeah, bro. So after that, Eddie, I'm gonna get to the Globetrotter. So after that, it was just like I just got desperate at the time, Eddie, just trying out different pro leagues, being desperate. Like leagues didn't even make any sense to me. And sometimes like, damn, why you trying to play here? It's not well organized, it's like so I'm traveling to Philadelphia to Delaware. Excuse me. Delaware, and it's like, Jonte, why you even wasting your time doing this? So so years from 2025 to like 26. So 25 to 20, no, I'm gonna say 23 to 26. So it was like I was working in between. So it's more like, okay, Jonte, now you're not making the tryouts. I mean, well, you making the tryouts, but they not picking you. Put it like that. So what are you gonna do now? So I go back to work, like nothing happened. And it's like, okay, I still want to play ball. But a lot of doors has been like shut in my face at this time. So that's like a slap in my face. That's like that hurt. So it's like, all right, you got people telling you give up, stuff not going your way. So it's like it was so easy for me to like say I had enough. I'm about to give up. I was that close, bro. So what I did, Eddie, I went on the line. I went on the internet. Wasn't supposed to, and I emailed the Washington Generals, the Globetrotters opponents, and the guy John Ferrari. He was like, send me some film, and bro, and at this time, bro, I pulled my groin, so it was like it wasn't 100% Jonte, but I'd done enough to like prove myself to like give me opportunity. So I played in a little pickup league, local league here in Maryland. I had a little good 25 quiet game, and limping and all that stuff, and it gave me opportunity, bro. And that changed my life. That was like wasn't getting a lot of money. Said, Jonte, send me some film, and you like my film, I'll send you a contract. So then I had to try out. So my tryout was my first game. So if I did well, the Globetrotters didn't like me, then I was coming home.
Right.
So it was like, okay, wow, I'm playing, and I got an opportunity to open up in Baltimore, my hometown. That's my first my first town I played professionally in. And it was like, damn, okay, I'm in Baltimore playing professionally, not getting a lot of money, but I'm happy. I made it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
So it was like that. So I did that for a year and a half and had a successful year and a half with the Generals.
That's what's up, man.
Yep, man. And then I kept hearing things from the Globetrotter players. They were like saying like, Jonte, yo, you need to, man, I get your tryout, man. You need to be a Globetrotter. And at the time, bro, I was just so happy to be. I got content. I got content to where I was at, and I was like, nah, bro. I don't think I'm good enough. No, I'm good. And they was like, no, bro. I think you're gonna have a fair shot. I said, no, bro, I'm good. So, and then a manager came to me and said, Jonte, you have a good chance to be a Globetrotter. That's when I wanted to pursue it, and then they gave me a tryout, bro. Everybody think, Globetrotters about tricks and stuff. No, the
Hmm.
tricks come last. First of all, you gotta be a good person. Of course, you gotta have skills, good personality. If you have all that, you good. Tricks come last. And bro, when that tryout, good thing I played with the Generals at first, bro, because the organization knew what I could do. Because I didn't shoot the ball well, I was nervous.
Right.
So good thing they knew what I could do. And I made it, bro. I got the phone call. And one of the managers that told me that I'm good enough to be a Globetrotter, he told me, John, I got some bad news. I said, oh, man, I can't handle no bad news. Just go and give it to me. He said, you ready? He's like, yeah, he said, you're no longer a Washington General. You're a world famous Harlem Globetrotter. And, bro, I cried like a baby, bro.
Oh, I believe it.
Cried like a baby, bro. And that was just like a life change, man. A life changer, man.
Wow.
All that hard work, bro. So I went from being cursed from being short. Like be like one of my downfalls, being short. And been in the history books of the first shortest Harlem Globetrotter in history.
That's like the ultimate like prove them wrong story right there.
Exactly,
All your
bro.
life you're facing, naysayers and people talking negative, telling you to quit, and then you made a career out of it. So
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. And bro, it's like did it for I played with the Generals so altogether I've been traveling for 10 years. 57 countries, all 50 states on my second passport. And last year I stepped away.
mm,
I stepped down. I didn't retire. I still have a lot of years left to play. But I felt like that our youth, like going through a lot with the cyberbullying, kids committing suicide, and now I'm a motivational speaker. So starting all over again, man, and it's like starting from the bottom, but not from the bottom because I have a name for myself.
yeah, you've got a
But
platform.
yeah, I got a platform. Yep, I got a platform now. So it's like it sucks that I gotta start from that, but it's gonna mean so much when I get back to where I used to be at.
Right.
You know,
That's got to be an amazing feeling too, just knowing that you can help some kids,
exactly,
or two,
exactly,
like that's got to be that's one or two kids whose lives you impacted. So
exactly, exactly, bro. So I have my own brand, bro. My Jonte Not So Small. It's my brand. Brief description of it. Self description of me as a kid, spinning the basketball. Of course, basketball's my gift. Shadow coming from my heart. That means there's a big person, all of us. Backpack on my back. That means we need knowledge in everyday life. And the whole not so small means you're never too small to do anything. People might talk down on you for not having enough education to be a lawyer or to not have what it takes to be a police officer. So that means they telling you too small to be a lawyer. You too small to be a cop. So it's like everybody like tell me like, oh, why you just targeting little people or people that's like 5'10" and down? No, I'm talking to everybody. It's not just about your height. It's about what people trying to put a restriction on you. They're trying to tell you, you don't have enough education to be a lawyer, you know, or a scientist, or or a doctor. You don't have enough education to be a doctor or a nurse. They saying you're too small, pretty much.
Exactly.
So I just felt like it was time to like step down and like do my motivational speaking thing, because um I got tired of traveling, and then it was just like the kids, the youth need a positive influence.
For sure.
You know, every race, every race.
Yeah.
I talk about bullying. Um, people are getting bullied. People are like having self doubts, thinking they're not good enough. Think they're too small. They too tall. They suffer with weight. So I want to just talk to them people and just say, you know what, you could do anything you put your mind to. If I could do it, standing at 5'2" from Baltimore, Maryland, you can accomplish anything you want to.
Absolutely.
So that's the journey, bro. That's the journey. That's the.
I love that.
Thank you, bro. Thank you,
I
man.
love it. I love it. So going with that brand, with your brand there, like obviously you're talking about doing the motivational speaking and stuff. Are you doing anything else with the brand as well? I mean, look, you got some nice merchandise I just see right there. Like, are you going to turn it into like, are you gonna have your hand in a bunch of different things?
Absolutely. So I will tell you this, what I'm doing. Hold on one second.
Okay.
So I'm a co-author as well. I have 2 books that I'm co-author. So there's one book right here, Keep Smiling. I have my own chapter on this.
That's awesome.
See my picture in the book right there.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yep. Another book I co-authored, Spiritual Fitness. I have my own chapter in here as well. So I'm not just doing a speaking. I'm trying to be
Doing
the
it all.
ultimate. Yeah, I'm trying to be the ultimate entrepreneur, bro.
For sure. And now
Yeah.
like obviously with your brand, I see you're like pretty active on social media and stuff too. Are you using that platform as well to kind of, get the word out and
Yep, of course.
your ideas?
So my whole merchandise is in between of trying to like sample like different qualities and stuff like that. So once I get the right quality, when I feel like it feel like home, like, okay, I'm gonna deal with this company, and then I'm gonna like sell my merchandise. I was selling it with this company called The Land, but they under construction right now. So um, I'm gonna go in another direction with my merchandise. So once it's set up, man, I give you the link. You can share it, and yeah, man. So I'm trying to change the world, man. It's not just about me. It's just about changing lives and motivating, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. I love the whole purpose behind it. So definitely share that link when that does come out. I'll share.
Absolutely,
I'll support and everything for sure.
absolutely. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, man. I'm just grinding, man. Just striving, and I try to live by this quote. As long as your heart stands tall, you're not so small.
I like it. I like it.
That's what I live by, man. That's what I try to live by. I try to get these kids motivation, and I'm not just talking to kids, man. It's adults too. Adults go through that stuff too. And another thing I didn't speak on, we all go through pit stops in life.
Yep.
So we might be at a job to like where like we feel like, oh man, it's a dead end, man. I'm never gonna make it. I want to be a lawyer. I want to be a basketball player. I want to be a football player, but I gotta do this janitorial work. I gotta do this for right now. No, it's only a pit stop. Like people that's doing 9 to 5 is they're not happy. It's only a pit stop. Like it's something that you're doing. I'm not gonna say you're doing wrong, but it's something that the universe have a vibe that that you gotta appreciate the small things that's in front of you at the time. So that's why I call it pit stop, because we all get tested by the universe. We're gonna be in a situation that the universe want to test us. Like, okay, I'm gonna see how you appreciate just cleaning up trash, or cleaning up or doing like cleaning bathrooms. I'm gonna see how you feel about that.
Yeah, it's just like you said, pit stops, one part of the journey.
Yeah, pit stop.
It's just such a small part of the journey. You got
Yeah,
a lot to,
absolutely.
we as individuals have a lot of time, to get to where we want. So
Absolutely. And we all go do that, man. So I just want to tell everybody, all the listeners, never give up on your dreams. Like, you want to be a basketball player, you want to be a football player, soccer player, lawyer, police officer. Don't give up. Don't give up. You might be in a situation that you're not happy in. This is only to build you up. You might be weak.
you're a living testament to it.
Yeah,
So
exactly,
yeah.
bro. So, and they might be weak in a certain situation in their life, but it's up to them, like, to recognize and say, okay, I'm gonna do this job, but I'm gonna take it in. I'm gonna take it in confidence. I'm taking it in pride, and I'm gonna do this job until I get my ultimate goal.
Now I had a quick question for you.
Go
With
ahead, bro.
motivational speaking, so I saw that you were going to a lot of schools, talking to the kids. Are you also doing that on a like different scales as well? Like, are you going?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes. So whoever need a speaker, man, like, if you have any connection with that, man, please tie my name into that. I know it's tough right now with this Corona crap, but yeah, bro. I like to target elementary and middle, but
Mhm.
I can speak to everybody. I speak to all ages, um, any platforms. I could do it.
Yeah. No, I think that's a good point. I mean, your journey and your story is, obviously, like, because it's relatable at all ages.
Absolutely, absolutely. And
No, I think it's
you know,
important.
yeah,
I was gonna say, I
absolutely.
think it's important what you're doing and kind of getting that word out. Because I think a lot of people just need to hear that. It's a lot of it is mindset and just being
hmm
mentally strong and knowing, like, hey, I can overcome this and accomplish my goals. So
Facts, bro. And Eddie, I'm sure you dealt with this too, bro. Like like when you train, it's like sometimes, man, when stuff is not happening when we want it to happen, we get discouraged. We
yeah,
want to stop training, we want to stop studying, we want to stop doing this, we want to stop doing that. We feel like, all right, I ain't got no connections right now. I don't have no agents. I don't have no teams that want me. I don't have no practice I want to practice at, as far as like being a lawyer, being a doctor. I don't have no leads. But we can't get discouraged. We can't. And that's how a lot of us give up, because we don't have that connection right there.
yeah. Everybody's path's different.
Exactly. Exactly. So just never give up, man. Even with yourself, Eddie. I see what you're doing. You're doing a great job. I love what you're doing,
I
actually, man.
appreciate that
I would love to do some stuff with you in the future.
for
That
sure.
I think that would be great. Um, I admire you, bro. You doing great work as well, bro.
I appreciate that, man. I was gonna ask you, are you that, like, I was gonna say, like, with your brand and stuff, you should get into back into the basketball and giving back to
Absolutely.
doing
I'm
some
I'm on that
training
too,
or skill
bro. Yeah,
development. Like,
yeah. So, bro, bro, we can work together in the future, bro. Like I said, man,
oh
I'm
yeah,
I'm open to it, bro.
for sure. I definitely am too. Give me a good excuse to get out of North Carolina and travel and do some
Yeah,
sightseeing and work with different kids. So
yeah, absolutely. Hey, bro, and I travel to you too. So it's not just one way. I travel to
yeah,
you too.
we got to do it, man. Let's do
We
it.
gotta do it. We gotta do it, man. When all this stuff is, when they give us the okay, man, I'm open to whatever you want to do, bro. And bro, you can help me work my camp when I start doing my camps.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm definitely down for that.
I'm excited, bro.
Awesome, because I know as a basketball player, man, it's hard to just step away. I
It
mean,
is, bro. It is, bro. It is, bro. But bro, in my situation, it was like, it's a little different, because when you travel so much, bro, and you like, bro, we Globetrotters, they travel more than the NBA.
phew.
So I don't know if you know this, but I have 2 games in one day.
Oh wow, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, bro. So it's like sometimes, bro, it's like, I mean, I still had the passion, I still could teach it. I mean, but my desire
Draining
right now, yeah, I'm drained. Like, I don't have desire to, like, play, like, I'm play on a professional level. Like, I mean, I could train, I could get shots up, I could, what I mean, I could do all that stuff. But
for sure.
now it's like, I don't want to, like, play anymore. Like, far as I don't have no desire to, like still go and compete.
Be
I mean,
out
I
on
could
the
do it for
road and
fun.
stuff all year.
Yeah. I could definitely do it for fun. But when you do it for 10 years, bro, on the road, living out the suitcase, only home for like a month at the most. Not straight, but you got 2 weeks here and there. You home for a couple of days. That stuff get tiring, bro.
That's brutal.
Yeah. So it's more brutal than the NBA, bro. So you leave your families on Christmas Day, come home about May, June, straight. Straight.
I
Straight.
I had no idea y'all were playing 2 games in a day sometimes.
Yeah. We would have double
That's
hitters, but
crazy.
like them big time arenas, like when we do like when we in the California area, we might do Staples Center. We might do 2 games at Staples Center, go to San Diego. So we tour all through California. One little tour. But you like bop, 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 bop. It's like play,
Nonstop.
you're nonstop. So
Yeah.
when you do it for so long, bro, and it's like when you got an opportunity to focus on something else, it's like you're gonna focus on it. But I mean, I'm sure if I prep myself, I could get back into hooping. You know, like if I like get myself mentally back, I still got it though. You know what I mean? I still got
Oh
it.
yeah. Doesn't leave.
No, it doesn't leave. No, I still can shoot it. I still can shoot it. I'm like I said, but I'm still in good shape, bro. Like I still can really play.
And basketball is one of those things too. Even if you take some time off of it, like if you've played most of your life, which you have, I have, and stuff, all it takes is getting back into gym, 1 or 2
That's all, bro.
workouts, and then you're like, all right, it's back.
Yeah, just reps, bro, and that's reps, and, and that's all. And bro, like I'm working out, bro, but I'm not working out far as like basketball. When you training for basketball, that's a different breed. You know, changing directions, and you could train much as you want for the weight training, but nothing like getting in basketball shape.
It's different.
That's a different breed. So I'm not in basketball shape. I'm far off from basketball shape, but I'm in good health shape.
Yeah. Well, do you have? I was gonna say, you think you're gonna get that itch again to play?
I'm thinking about it, bro. I quiet as kept. I got an option. Well, I got a proposal came to me to like compete overseas, like different. So this organization came to me and said, asked me, can I still play? And I was like, I can still play. I didn't want to, say that what I told you, but yeah, I can still play. I can still compete. So they take ex NBA players and go overseas and compete. Like compete. So it's like, okay, if the opportunity presents itself right, if everything is good, with my family and my lady and my son, everything is good with that, I do it.
And do you do any type of like local like charity games or anything like that? Or
I'm about to get into that because leaving the Globetrotter, bro, it's still fresh. It's still fresh, bro. And then when you're on a contract, with anything, it's restrictions.
Okay.
So, back then I really couldn't do too much as a player. But now that I'm not a player no more, I'm a former player, now I can do what I want.
You got more freedom.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, hey, man, I don't want to hold you too much longer, but I got a few questions for you, kind of just like
go ahead, man.
Off at you. I want to see, get your answers, see what your input is.
Right.
So you kind of touched on it a little bit earlier because I think there's a common misconception with the Globetrotters. And like you said, everyone thinks tricks, so if you could, kind of explain what that competition level was like, in your best words, just kind of tell us what that's like. Cause I think a lot of kids or a lot of people look at it and they think it's like more of a gimmick versus like, oh, yeah, I can't really hoop,
So, so being a Globetrotter, you like I said before, you have to be a good person first, good basketball player, good personality. Tricks come last. So, so both teams competing. So it come a time in the game where it's though, the time for the Globetrotters to entertain. So it's like how can I put it? It's like both teams competing. It's a real game. Both teams competing. But it's some parts of the game where it's about families, it's about entertaining.
Yeah.
It's about showing love, putting smiles on people's faces. So it kind of separate a lot from the other professional sports because the other sports is like serious, competing, forget you, forget that. No, the Globetrotters on the other hand, ambassadors of goodwill. So it's like
Right.
we keep smiles on our faces, and it's more entertainment than like the real like in your face like that.
Yeah, for
You know
sure.
what I mean? So we cater to the smiles on people's faces.
But I mean, even with you, I mean, you play college ball, so I mean, that's
Mm-hmm.
right there. Like, and I imagine majority of those guys probably did play at at a high level. So
Some players play in the NBA, man. Like we have a guy,
that's awesome.
well, they have a guy because I'm no longer on the team. They have a guy that got drafted by the Bulls in '94, so he played with Jordan.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so he's still playing, man. He's a showman. He's a guy that wear the microphone.
Okay, that's
So
awesome.
he's still going, man. He's still going. So we have some of the best, well, a lot of the best athletes in the world.
I see that. Yeah, I see a lot of high flyers, like
Yeah,
ball handlers. Like it's crazy.
yeah, man. We have a lot of great qualities, great individuals that do it night in and night out.
Gotcha. Well, nice. Thanks for clearing that up because I think a lot of people watching this is have that
Yeah,
misconception. So
absolutely.
I
And you
know
know what,
I
Eddie,
know you
Eddie,
can really
Eddie,
hoop. So
Eddie, I get that a lot, bro. I get that a lot. Like y'all just do tricks. No, I mean you got to understand. They pick some of they travel the draft people like to really play,
mhm,
and the tricks come last.
right, for sure. So growing up though, like this is another thing I wanted to touch on. Did you have people you idolized maybe in your area or you saw guys like in the NBA? Like who were some of your idols? Who did you aspire to be like and whose game you kind of take and make it your own?
Um, well, my uncle growing up, that's the one introduced me to basketball, as
Okay.
well as a friend, a close. He's my god brother. He got
Okay.
me to play organized basketball, but my uncle was the one that like I looked up to. He played minor league, played overseas. He was drafted. Well, he wasn't drafted, but he had an opportunity to play with the Denver Nuggets.
Wow.
Um, yeah, his name is Ernest Hall,
Okay.
and yeah, he played. He finished his career with semi-pro like CBA,
Mhm.
IBL, IBA, ABA, and that was the guy that really I looked up to growing up. But in the NBA level, Muggsy Bogues, of course, from Baltimore, Maryland. And then my generation, Earl Boykins.
Okay.
He's 5'5", and when I was going through my journey, that's the guy that I looked up to, and that's one of the reasons why I said I was 5'5" because of him.
I love it.
Yeah, because he was in NBA when I was grinding, trying to play, trying to pursue the professional level, and I say, okay, if he 5'5", I'm gonna say I'm 5'5".
And I think just to kind of clear the air too, man, like I know from following high school sports, collegiate sports, all that. I mean, Baltimore is a hot spot for basketball.
It is, it is,
There's a lot of good competition in Baltimore and Maryland in general.
it
But
it is, bro. But I don't think Baltimore get enough credit because they look down on Baltimore because of the crimes
mhm,
and all the bad stuff that they hear in the news. But we have a lot of talent, not just about sports, but music, everything, bro. And we just get, I don't think we get the respect that we deserve because what they hear on the news,
right.
We have a lot of talent. Like you said, we have a lot of talent.
A lot of guys come from Baltimore. Like you said, you
Absolutely.
with Melo.
Yeah, I grew up with Melo. We played rec ball together. Melo was 2 years younger than me. So he played with the older guys with us in rec
Was he
ball.
special already?
Yep. Yeah, he was special. He was known. That's why he played with us because he was always tall and talented. So he was too good for his age bracket. So he played with us.
So you knew early he was gonna be something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice. So this is completely off topic, but you said Baltimore. We're talking about Baltimore basketball. Another short guy, short player out of that area, Akil Carr.
Oh
Recently,
yeah.
you follow him at all? His journey, because
Yeah, of course I follow Akil, man. Akil,
yeah,
like, he's phenomenal, bro. Like he like even when I was in my prime, like I didn't have that athleticism that he had. Like he could dunk.
he was so good.
And he's still good. Like he's still on a journey. And I try to get him when I really try to touch, touch down with him, talking to him. I try to tell him, keep going, don't stop. Because he's still young.
Yeah.
He's still, like 23, 24, 25. And he's still young. He's still got a nice window where he could pursue it.
Yeah. He had a crazy highlight tape on YouTube.
Oh man, he's
His highlight
phenomenal,
tapes, but I
bro.
mean, it was
Phenomenal.
just
Phenomenal.
must-see TV.
Phenomenal, bro.
The Crime Stopper.
Yep. And that's real, bro. Like whenever he played, bro, a lot of the crime stopped.
No, that's cool. I didn't know if you were still keeping up with the local talent and stuff like that.
Of course. I got my eye open a little bit.
Now, is there anybody there now that kind of putting on for the city that's somebody to watch out for?
Yeah, bro, it's a lot of, bro. Like I don't want to say specific names because I
Right.
don't, you know what I'm saying, because there's a lot of talent.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say this: my trainer, training a lot of up and coming players that's coming out of Baltimore. His name Kevin Bullock. He's a big time trainer in Baltimore, and bro, he give you what you need. You know, he grooming players to play at the next level, and I will say that he's grooming a lot of players, and be on the lookout.
Okay, I will for sure. Because like I said, man, they had a spike for a while. You guys were like on top of the game.
Now hopefully we get back there, man, and that come from like kids being nervous to like try.
Yeah, it's waves, man. Too. You see it because North Carolina's got a great basketball culture, but that's only been probably the last maybe 10 years.
Absolutely, yep.
Before that, we weren't too big on the map. New York, had all the hoopers coming out of New York for a while. They've kind of like slowed down a little bit. So it goes in waves for sure.
Hey, bro, a friend of mine, he does camps there in North Carolina too.
Okay.
And I
do you know what city?
I give you all his information. I give you his name.
Okay.
But he does stuff there, and he does stuff in Maryland too.
Yeah, definitely let me know. That'd be cool.
I will.
For sure.
I will, man. He's great. He's doing his thing in North Carolina, bro. He got it. He got it going.
Okay. Yeah, I'd definitely be interested to meet him and
yeah, absolutely.
And maybe collab and stuff. So for sure, definitely shoot me his information and stuff. And
definitely, I definitely want to collab with you. I definitely want to collab with you too.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'm looking forward to that, especially once this thing gets out of
Oh yeah.
We
popping.
Right now,
bro,
it's crazy, but
yeah, it is crazy.
We're
gonna be popping, bro.
There's no end to it right now. It doesn't look like so.
I know.
I think we're slowly getting there, though.
Yeah.
Hey, last thing, kind of I want to touch on too, because something I kind of think of, another because you took an alternate route in basketball that most people probably don't even think of with the Globetrotters. Did you ever think about getting into like the whole street ball kind of game? Because that was popular for a while. I know, and with me growing up and stuff, with you had the whole and one thing as well as was another outlet. So I didn't know if that was something that would ever cross your mind because those guys could really play too.
Yeah, they can. Street ball never crossed my mind.
Okay.
Even the Globetrotters never crossed my mind. I wanted to go to the NBA. I wanted to go to the NBA, bro. And of course, the cards didn't get quite, dealt the way I planned. But I'm happy the way the cards got dealt because I made history. But my ultimate goal was to make it to the NBA.
And obviously, you were close.
I was close. The G League,
to be top 25 on a G League tryout. I mean, that's something about you right there. So
absolutely, I was very close, very close.
All right, man. I'm gonna wrap things up, man. I appreciate your time today. Hey, it's been
problem, bro.
You got an amazing journey. Definitely inspiring. So definitely go ahead and let everyone know where they can kind of follow you on social media, anything like that you want to kind of plug in.
Of course. My Facebook is Jonte Hall. Jonte. Instagram, Jonte Not So Small. Twitter, Jonte Not So Small. They are my social media links.
Perfect. Hey, y'all go ahead and follow him. He's putting out good content. Obviously, you want to follow his journey. He's got some big stuff coming. Hopefully, you'll see some stuff with the two of us, here in the future.
For sure.
But, hey, Jonte, I appreciate everything, man.
Thank you, Eddie. I appreciate you, brother. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. You guys stay safe out there.
You too, man.
All right, man. Catch you later.
All right, bro. Yep.